This next video will very briefly go over the sections of a literature review. People sometimes wonder at the structure of a literature review, if it should be structured differently than other academic research papers. And the answer is that it actually has a very typical structure of introduction, body, and conclusion. And the length of each of these somewhat depends on whether your literature review is part of a larger work, such as a dissertation or research paper, or whether it's a standalone assignment. If it's a standalone assignment, the introduction and the conclusion can each be a bit longer, a paragraph or two paragraphs perhaps, or even a little bit longer if there's even more to introduce. However, if it's part of a larger paper in which you'll already have done your introduction on your topic and where you'll be moving on to the next section rather than doing a full conclusion, the intro and conclusion could each just be a sentence or two sentences or three sentences. Either way, the body will make up the vast majority of the literature review. So I'll just briefly go over each section. The introduction essentially is there to explain the working topic and to forecast sort of key topics and texts. And again, if it's part of a larger paper, your working topic will probably be introduced in your initial introduction. So you can kind of move on to forecasting key texts and key research. The body has several main points. You can summarize and then synthesize your sources, analyze and interpret information that you find, create a conversation, and critically evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of each source. And that will take up the vast majority of the literature review, and this section is where the literature review gets its name from. And then the conclusion, you'll review key takeaways that explain their significance, and then connect what you've discussed back to your primary research question. So that about covers it for sections of a literature review. As previously mentioned, it's actually very straightforward, but since people often have some amount of confusion on it, I wanted to take this time to explain it. So thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video.